Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello to you and welcome to the start of an adventure that I have been so excited about. I can't actually believe it's finally here. I'm heading down under. I've got 2 weeks in New Zealand and Australia and it starts today. I'm going to be saying farewell to the AMG GTR. That is ready for my next trip, literally the day after I get back. But we're heading now to the other side of the world. I've got 3 flights back to back to back today. London via a fuel stop in Singapore, then to Sydney, Australia, before the short couple of hours hop over to Auckland, New Zealand, where there will be supercars waiting at the other end in this video to get things started. The next 2 weeks have so much packed in, you wouldn't believe it. Events, activities, through to culmination at the Melbourne Formula 1. I'm going to be stopping in Auckland, Christchurch and Queenstown on the New Zealand side, also in Sydney and Melbourne on the Australia side. Click the link down below if you'd like to know where the meetups, the schmeetings are going to be. But really and truly, I've been looking forward to this one. I last went to New Zealand a decade ago. I can't wait to get back and see what the car culture is like, quite literally on the other side of the world. So now I've got 30 hours or so in the air ahead of me of traveling to get there. Let's compress that down to a minute and I will see you in Auckland. Good day to you from Sydney, Australia. 2 flights are down. It's now Wednesday morning. I left home on Monday evening. Obviously the clocks go forward a whole load. I've slept a lot. I had a shower here in the lounge at Sydney Airport, but now it's time for the final leg to New Zealand. Kia ora, I have made it. I'm in Auckland, New Zealand, back here after 9 years actually since the last time I was here, and you've probably spotted right behind me a Ferrari GTC4Lusso. We get this started in proper supercar style, the ideal car to be at the airport. I think I've just thrown my bags into the car, but we're going to head off in a moment with this lovely Rosso Corsa V12 version of the Lusso, head towards Giltrap in the centre of Auckland and pick up something else as well that I am going to be driving in, and then maybe we'll enjoy some of this afternoon sunshine as well. But it feels good to be here. Let's get started. Into life. It is so bright and sunny here, but let us step into the car where I'm joining John. Thank you very much for coming to pick me up today.
We're going to go for a ride.
Sounds good to me. Oh, G63 as well. Nice cars everywhere here. That's a good start. I like this. We've got our passenger display. I'm just trying to get buckled up. I'm not doing a very good job of it. Clearly been in the air too long. Different types of seatbelts. We're in. Let's get all of this turned on. Very nice, right? Out of the airport. Tunnel time! Sounds good. Now, one has to be very aware of speeding rules here in New Zealand. They take it very seriously. But even just downshifting sounds so good in this thing. Epic. Oh, we have McLaren. McLaren Auckland, and we also have Ford. Oh, lots of Mustangs as well. Supercar. Oh, hello.
Here we go.
Rapide. This is a supercar city, isn't it? This then is Giltrap Prestige, where we have Lamborghini, Aventador S, and Aston Martin on the other side. Oh, look at that! See what's here. That's a nice showroom. Very nice showroom, and we've got Bentley as well at this end. 2 levels. Porsche on that side as well. I'm like lost in Supercar Alley. I don't know what I'm looking at or where we are right now. This is crazy. Okay, so this side, this is where we're coming to. Not quite Lexus, although there are some nice Lexuses. LC500s are very nice cars. Not that I can see one right now. But no, here we are at Big Mac. There are two RCFs there, one in the solar orange and the other one has the carbon package, so the carbon fibre bonnet. As you can see on the blue, it's a really nice colour. We've stopped here at McLaren Auckland because I'm going to be picking up the car that I will drive during my visit here to the North Island of New Zealand. They very kindly hooked me up, and inside there is an almost brand new McLaren 570S Spider that this afternoon we're going to take out for a drive with the Lusso, and then tomorrow we'll also be heading to Hampton Downs, a racetrack nearby, for a full day out with a lot of McLarens. So this is getting started in the homeland where Bruce McLaren himself is from, remember. He is a Kiwi, he's from New Zealand. So let us head inside right now and go check out the car and the other cars, obviously, that are inside McLaren Auckland, where I've just learned they have actually sold 100 or so cars, so quite a good amount of McLarens out here. There's a nice black 720S right inside, a 12C 50th anniversary edition behind that, but right here in the bright white is the car that I am going to be driving this afternoon, the McLaren 570S Spider. Now, I've had one outing before now with the Spider version of the Sports Series. That was the launch in Barcelona in Spain. What a day that was, with the bright coloured cars, the yellows, the blues. But this one is just stunning. Look around it, the palladium grey that you have for these central sections in the rear, contrasting against the white. Have a look at the interior of it as well. I think most of the car doesn't need too much by way of an introduction. You'll be very familiar with it, with the new monocell, that's the carbon fibre tub that's easier to get in and out. Obviously having the convertible folding hardtop that tucks away under the buttresses. And then back here, 3.8 litre twin turbocharged V8, 570 horsepower. But look at the design, look at the lights. It's just a cool car. And I think in the sunshine that we're going to go and experience in a moment, this is going to be absolutely spot on. So rather looking forward to getting this out and going for a drive. That sounds good. Sport exhaust for sure. So the car will come outside. I'm going to just nip outside and back into, well, the shade right now, but hopefully the sunshine later on. Catching some sunshine, very nice. Beautiful. Let's just focus on the gravity of this situation for a moment. We're in New Zealand, the birthplace of McLaren, and I'm about to be driving in a McLaren. This is where Bruce McLaren started everything, and hopefully I'm going to see more of that in the coming days. But let me just get all of this comfortable. We've got the lift system going up, obviously, given that we're parked up on the curb right at the moment, but it feels comfortable, it feels familiar, I feel ready. Obviously we've got the roof down, exactly how it should be, just getting all my mirrors set up and the like. Alrighty then. Reversing camera in the center screen. Good times. Here we go then. In a McLaren, in McLaren Heartland. It's just hitting me. You can probably see that this is quite exciting. I've been looking forward to this trip for ages, and here we are, and straight away I've been picked up from the airport in a Lusso to come to McLaren Auckland to pick up a McLaren. Epic! Now this car quite literally has 99.5 kilometers on the clock. It is effectively a brand new car, so that means it needs to be run in and driven and reasonably gently for the moment. But also, like I was saying earlier, New Zealand has quite low speed limits. It's about taking in the scenery and the beauty, and we're going to see a little bit of that now, but we're going to see a lot more of it when I venture down to the South Island in a couple of days' time to go exploring Queenstown, where I used to spend all my time here in NZ, and I can't wait for that. This is a lovely day. Just think back home right now. It's raining, it's cold, it's miserable, it's probably snowing again, knowing England. And here we are, top down, 22 degrees in the afternoon. We're gonna have late sun because obviously Southern Hemisphere. Perfect. I had forgotten these fizz-like noises that you get from the 570S, and you hear so much more of that when you have the roof down. But basically, we're mooching around central Auckland, downtown Auckland at the moment, so I can get my bearings. We've been past my hotel. I've seen quite a few nice cars, things like RS6s, M2s, a 458 Italia drove past as well. Plenty of nice cars, and I've heard, oh, and what's that coming towards us just over there on the other side? Yeah, 911, standard stuff. I've heard that per capita, New Zealand is one of the highest supercar owning countries in the world, if not the highest. And I mean, that makes sense with the number of McLarens, although
they also McLarens outsell Ferraris here, one of the very few countries where that's already the case. It was the first country. But just driving around slowly at the moment, obviously, not getting any dramatic drives. We're heading out of town towards somewhere that will still be slow. Just putting the lift system back down, the front end lift on this car. But hopefully get some nice photos and things. But it just feels awesome to be here, roof down, this time of year, in a McLaren. There we go, a Boxster going the other way. Yeah, not bad lineup of cars around this place. I tell you what, this place is beautiful. Wow, the view. The scenery around here is just spectacular. The roads, obviously limited to 50 kilometers an hour, are not exactly the most exciting in the world, but you're looking at this beautiful, beautiful landscape.
A yellow Grand Cabrio goes by. This is exactly my point. We just pulled over here to take a few pictures with the 570S and with the Lusso, with this most spectacular view in the bay here. Sun just disappearing behind basically the only clouds in the sky, and nice cars non-stop go by.
You probably won't believe this, but an F12 TDF just went past me. I didn't have my camera rolling and I'm screaming at myself for that, but a yellow car, Giallo Tristrato, I just saw it coming towards me, had the number plate F12, and I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. So I'm gonna see if I can find it. I have no idea how this works out here. Maybe we catch a flash of yellow in the distance up ahead of us. That will be it. Fingers crossed it pulls over somewhere, because I would love to see a TDF right now. It looks like it wasn't meant to be. I'm just gonna have to hold this image in my mind of seeing the TDF coming towards me. I never ever expected that, and I'm sorry that I've not been able to show you that it really happened. You'll just have to take my word for it and believe me that how many TDFs can there be in New Zealand? I'm gonna have to go and find out now, but it must be a handful at the most. 1, 2, 3, who knows? But yeah, that happened. This is a cool view, heading back in towards Auckland. The skyscrapers in front of us, the Sky Tower standing above everything else. This has been quite an interesting first taster for me, an exploration of what goes on here. But I've got a couple of days ahead of me still in New Zealand. I've got the days I'm going to be here in Auckland, then down to Christchurch, then to Queenstown. But let me tell you a little bit more. We're going to be doing meetups as well, and maybe by the time this goes out, the Auckland one might already have happened. But down in Christchurch too at the weekend, Queenstown just after that, and then over in Sydney and Melbourne. I've got action-packed time when I'm going to be over in Australia, so that's going to be really cool. Meeting up with some other guys from social media as well at pretty much every stop that I go via. But today has been, I don't know, arriving here, I left it quite easy in case jet lag got me, but it doesn't seem to have been. It's now, what time is it? 7:30 in the evening, and I feel about how you should feel at 7:30 in the evening, so this is all good. And I'm excited for what is coming up. So we're gonna head over, I think, towards the hotel now, sort things out there, and then get a quiet evening ahead and ready for the big one tomorrow, the big outing tomorrow down towards Hampton Downs with McLaren Auckland, McLaren NZ, an opportunity to experience the track and the community out here, such a strong community. Oh yes, stop start, of course. I'm driving it in gentle mode at the moment. And how it all works out here. Anyway, right, onto the hotel. You can probably tell I am actually a little bit tired. I wouldn't say sleepy tired, but you know, gonna take it all in.
Not a bad first day here in New Zealand, the Southern Hemisphere. I couldn't wait to get over here, but now the adventure has started. So hopefully I'll be able to catch up with some of you guys during this trip to New Zealand and Australia, down under. It's crazy. It's been a very long journey, but here we are. McLaren tomorrow with the 570S. Exciting times ahead. Stay tuned. Be sure to check it all out, though. I am looking forward to what is in store. Thank you very much for watching, though, guys. I'm going to go and rest up for the evening, and I will see you again tomorrow. Cheers!